welcome to Indigo Chameleon. I'm Hecate. I am here to tell you stories that are terrifying. I'm still holding my light remote for no reason. Hello. Welcome to Indigo Chameleon. We do lots of fun stuff here. Like tonight, we're playing Vampire the Masquerade. This is a mature stream. If you are not 18 and over, get out. Everyone wave goodbye to the children. Goodbye, children.
Hi.
But if you, the other one's also rated mature. It's fine. But I said of Monday nights, you can also catch us here on Sunday nights where we play Chaos Campus, where I play a satyr on parole. She's a tiefling satyr, but she's mostly a satyr. But yeah, that's what we do here. You can also check us out on Discord. We have lots of fun conversations, lots of fun memes, cool questions of the day. And you can we also have a merch store where you can get fun things like coffee cups and shower curtains. The two most essential things that any human being needs. Yeah, I did it. I did the announcements. All right. I am joined by some really awesome people, and I'm going to have the really awesome people introduce themselves. What they're going to do is you guys are going to tell me who you are, what you do, who you play, and what clan they are. It's a list. Write it down, Scribe. You got this. I believe in you.
Okay.
And your question of the day is, in your life, what was your character's favorite soda?
You know we have like Griswold down there, right?
Yeah, what was your favorite drink, I guess? Whatever.
Oh, well, you see, originally sodas were more of a medicine, but when I had a toothache, I did quite enjoy a good Coca-Cola.
We'll get to Gideon. It's fine.
No, Gideon goes first. What?
First up is Oswald.
Oh, God, this is the third week in a row.
One of these days I'll change your place, my buddy. Today is not that day.
Today is not that dead. So I am playing Caldwell. He is a Zemens. He is a fleshcrafter vampire. He drank ginger ale copiously. Copious.
Just have a tummy ache.
It just was like, it's because I'm gonna inflect my own stuff. When I go on a plane, I always get a ginger ale. It's always like kind of like focus and quiet time, and I think it's always focus and quiet time. Caldwell's head.
Same, buddy. Same.
Fair enough. And who are you and what do you do?
Me?
I'm not muted. No, Oswald, who did not introduce himself or what he does.
I did.
Did you?
Yes.
You just said you and your character.
You can find me on.
Ready?
You can find me on Spotify, Justin Cinto, Google Podcasts, and everything along those lines. You can find my D&D game. So come listen.
Yeah. It's a good D&D game. Tremblay, you can go next.
Okay, thank you. My name is Tremblay. I have a first name, but we don't say that around here, so we're just going to go with Tremblay. Some people might call me that on the
when I'm mad at you.
Yes. First names are specifically when we're mad at you. But I play Gideon, and Gideon is a Tremere. And in Gideon's life, I know I said Coca-Cola, but really, actually, he prefers the oldest of soft drinks in America, and that would be Hires. Hires root beer.
Hires root.
I remember when they first invented it. I always hated it. Anyway.
All right, Bugsy.
Do you want to show off? Do you want to? People can see you paint your minis, right? You have places where you post your minis.
I do paint and post minis. I'll throw the Reddit into the chat, and I paint minis. And if you're ever interested about talking about miniatures, I'm the guy to hit up.
They're real good. So good. One day I dream to be that skill level, and one day I will reach it.
You will get there. You're already well on your way.
Thank you. Scribe, go. What do you do? Who are you?
What's up, everybody? It's me, your good buddy Scribe. I'm a dungeon master here on Indigo Chameleon, and a dungeon master other places as well, like where I like to play in your hearts and in your secret heart. Shh, don't tell anyone. I do voice acting, I guess, on the side, like as my like grown up job, which isn't really a grown up job at all. But I play Atticus. Atticus is part of the Ravnos clan. Atticus's soda of choice is Cactus Cooler. It's only available in certain parts of the country. It's not available here in Florida, but Cactus Cooler is an orange pineapple soda that you can conveniently get in Texas and Las Vegas. So, Nevada. So, Cactus Cooler is Atticus's soda of choice.
Really, Gideon pegged me for a sarsaparilla man, but you know.
Gideon, for a long time, Gideon's like, you've got ghost in the blood, do cocaine. Like, no, that Coca-Cola thing makes like total sense.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Mo, who are you? What do you do?
Hey gang, it's me, Mo, not Maz. I have a hearing problem. I am here for the time being. If we have time, I'll let you know where I'm going at the end. This is a very important game to me, and I want to put my focus here. Please follow Indigo Chameleon if you're not already following us. They're really great people. I'm playing Jack's Tourniquet this evening, a Thin Blood, and Jack's was a tool in life, so Jax's favorite drink was Mountain Dew Pitch Black.
Oh my
What
god.
is that?
It's the great.
It's
Mountain
the great
Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Do I, as a Canadian, want to know what's involved
No.
in that particular
No.
variant?
They were
of Mountain
so
Dew?
busy wondering if they could do it. They didn't stop to think if they
They
should.
peaked at LimeWire and tanked at Pitch Black.
Yep.
I
Ugh.
have
What?
no idea what's going on.
Flavor could that possibly be?
Grape.
It's grape.
It's great.
citrus
A great
grape.
Mountain Dew.
It's not even
I
Mountain
guess.
Dew. It's just grape soda with a Mountain Dew label placed on it.
And
That's-
it's mostly black color. It's
Oh.
it's purple.
That
It's,
sounds
Sounds like it stains like a bitch.
like something Jax would like, I guess.
Hey, we do love a good stain in the backseat of our freaking Subaru. Am I right? Yeah.
How
The
many people
stain
have
has coated
died in
it
the back
all.
of that Subaru? How many people,
Just,
Jax?
just a 24-pack of Mountain Dew Pitch Black.
God.
Killed the whole case. God.
If Atticus was a little older, I would have said Surge for him, but I had to go
Oh.
with
He
Cactus
is. He's not that old.
Cooler. No.
Sorry, Addie.
Goodness.
Atticus definitely had an RC Cola phase.
If Gideon was any younger, he'd probably say Werner's or some other like ginger beer, just to be the old man soda.
God. Okay, we're gonna start the show now. Welcome to Neon Bites, Vampire the Masquerade 5e game set in Las Vegas. I have a wonderful crew here. We are missing our dear Hills, our dear Freddy tonight. They will be joining us again after the holidays. We miss them very much. But Freddy will go do some adventures and will come back to us with stories of those adventures. I'm gonna make Hills write exactly what was going on when Freddy was gone.
Yes.
Because it's fun for me.
They're out
They don't
drinking
understand.
blood.
They drinking blood, having a great time.
It's 4 a.m. Do you know
so-
you're
Our last game ended with the crew getting a bar, gifted by Heavenly to them all to say they need a place to go. That's not her house to plan and scheme and do things. Caldwell most went, well, it's also my house, and Heavenly went, watch your fucking place. As we learn that Heavenly is an older generation from Caldwell, therefore, in the Hizmi culture, should be respected. And Caldwell went, my bad. Let me just rewind real quick. I'm so sorry. My bad. So we are going to, we're not picking up there, but we are picking up a month later. We're doing a little time skip, guys, as I know some of you are bigging up to go fight the Second Inquisition. Some of us are dealing Fey blood. Some of us are just trying to enjoy their life. That's Atticus. Atticus, what have you done this past month?
Now that the group owns a bar, Welcome to Always Sunny in Las Vegas, a vampire 5e. It's gonna be great. Um,
I'm changing the name of the campaign.
so
This is it now.
this is it now. Welcome. Atticus has really been steering into the Ravnos side of things. I've kind of mapped out a little bit about what they did in this sort of like private channel, private server that I have with the rest of the Vampy crew. The first 16 days of their sort of experience. A lot of it has been bonding with the crew. I think his relationship with Caldwell has gotten a lot better just because I think Caldwell stepping up and rescuing Atticus, and at least spearheading that. I think deep down he really missed his brother, and it speaks volumes that they can sit in silence with one another, which is not something Atticus was ever able to do when they were growing up, and things of that sort. He's really been learning a lot from Gideon. I really feel like their relationship has developed as well, in terms of, just Gideon kind of showing him the ropes a little bit. There is a new persona that Gideon has granted to Atticus as his nephew. I believe it is so Gideon is sort of teaching Atticus social graces. It's like a more fucked up version of My Fair Lady, except like which is
No, he's got a point.
you're welcome for that imagery. I feel like everybody refers to Atticus as my fair skinned vampire. Everybody refers to him as Addy, but I feel like Gideon always refers to him as Atticus. If you're okay with that, John,
Oh, Atticus, my dear boy.
yeah. Atticus has been he wants to be the face of the bar. Like, he wants to be the one that kind of like talks to everyone and shakes hands and gets people the illicit substances they need and bribes the cops. And so he's really trying his best to learn that.
What have we named the bar, Atticus?
I love Mocat's suggestion of hedonist, but with hedonist, the H and all of it. I actually spelled it in the episode description. All of that being lowercase, with Eden being capitalized.
There it is.
But I'm open to suggestions and things of that sort. I like the idea of this being like, listen, let's steer into the Vegas skid a little bit. Like people are looking to hedonist out and things of that sort. So.
I just really liked your Garden of Eden reference, so I was like,
I also love the Garden of Eden reference.
I'm really proud of that. And I really like the compost bins in the back that we can dispose of bodies and like...
You're setting up a whole operation. I really appreciate it.
We organically grow half of our drugs.
Yeah. It's fine.
Was there anything else you were doing?
Working out. A
Working
lot.
out.
I feel like when he's not doing social graces, like he's just he picks up a heavy thing and then he puts it down, and then he tries to shoulder check a car. Like, it's not a gym workout at all. It's just like, I'm gonna
just straight strength you're trying to build.
Yeah, he wants to just punch walls until he can't feel feelings anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and so I feel like that's going to, seeing the strengths of the team, like Caldwell is always going to be able to talk circles around anyone. Gideon is probably the most intelligent person that he's ever encountered in his life. Even Jax has this like sort of like jack of all trades, like, and kind of like badass, like knows who they are. I feel like Atticus doesn't know who he is. I feel like he was young enough when he got bit, so he's trying to figure it out, but he just knows that like he can climb stuff and hit stuff, and he enjoys that. I feel like he's tagged a lot of the city. I feel like, if you'll allow it, Mariposa has taken him on what I'm calling joy rides, which is just basically like free climbing casinos. Like,
What you've also done this month is you have gained more of a relationship with Mariposa. She's taking you out a lot more, and it might be a little bit because her other child got murdered.
I figured. Yeah.
So she's like, I should bond with these people because I am their sire. I should do that. Which is a little weird. Ravnos sires usually are like, all right, you got it. Bye.
Yeah.
So she's trying to form more of a relationship with you. That's not just, you good?
Yeah.
All right.
If you'll permit me, I honestly feel like their relationship is one that they both realize that they're loners. And so a lot of the time when they hang out, they don't speak at all. Like he
Oh,
speaks
absolutely.
with Caldwell, he speaks with Gideon, but just being in Mariposa's presence, like I think they're able to communicate a lot non-verbally.
Few times where she would try and you tried, and you both like kind of fell into like a more comfortable silence, or like we kind of can just look at each other and know exactly what we need to do.
Yeah.
She's taking you out hunting a few times, so you have been taught more like the more discreet ways to hunt.
Okay.
Her hunting style is usually, you know this, her hunting style is sleeper, so she'll hunt on people who are sleeping.
Yeah.
So she will break into houses and eat people while they're sleeping, which has taught you a little bit more how to break into houses,
Oh yeah, yeah. I love
which
that.
is good. Um, so what you're gonna do, Atticus, is you're gonna take a point in etiquette from
Ooh.
Gideon.
Awesome.
You're gonna take a point in brawl from working out,
Hell yeah.
and a point in larceny.
Oh, thank you for this gift.
So you got those 3 points.
Oh, well done, big man.
Very well done. Very productive.
Etiquette, brawl, and larceny.
Yep.
Ooh, what? Ah, right up your alley too.
Thank you,
That
DM.
makes your points in brawl even more pointier.
I know.
There's a system in Part of the Masquerade that's like, here's the XP points, you can buy things, but I hate XP points in all games. So I really just like, I did this stuff, well here's a reward for doing things.
This is the equivalent of like milestone stuff.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm into it.
Let's see, Caldwell. Let's do the
Yeah.
brothers first. What have you been up to?
It's been
1 week. Sorry.
yeah. So Caldwell's gone into more of the Dr. Hyde. Mr. Jekyll, Dr. Hyde. He's in the more of Dr. Hyde at the moment, just kind of like he wants to learn, and he's having just the biggest desire. Anytime he's not talking with Atticus, or anytime he's not doing something as a front, he's spending time just trying to learn every little thing he can about the limits of what he can move and what he can make with his own vicissitude.
Okay.
And William, if you'll allow me, kind of playing off what you said, if
Yeah.
William wants to, or if Atticus wants to be the boots on the ground face of the bar, Caldwell has turned into the guy in the chair. He has fed every little information that he has to Atticus, because at this point, I've given Atticus everything he needs to. If shit goes sideways, he can kill him.
Oh, bro. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Like, it's just turned into this, like, it's almost puppeteering. So that's what he's done. He's done some time to the bar. I think we talked about a couple days for this as well. I've installed a security system around the nightclub that does extreme heat and extreme cold with those sensors as well. So at least we have some extra perception around the bar. He definitely wants to learn from
You did another
Lanford.
thing with the bar, do you remember?
Huh?
You did another thing for the bar. You made 5 ghouls that always patrol the bar.
Yes. So I took a page. I think Atticus would say this. Call up some old war buddies, and that's exactly what he did. And he ghouled 5 roaming bodyguards for the nightclub. And casually, he can't manipulate other people's flesh yet. But anytime he tries, it's always to make just the muscle a little tighter on a bodyguard, because they're already ghouls. They're not going to react to it anyway. It's just going. But anytime he had free time, he's trying to work on getting someone else's to shift, because it can be done, because he saw Heavenly do it.
Yeah.
He felt Heavenly do it.
Heavenly did take away your mouth at one point.
And
Because he was like, God, stop this man from talking. I'm so tired.
And the last thing, the last two things would be he wants to spend some time with Dad and try to learn what it is to start changing himself
Mhm.
into what we talked about,
Yeah.
and spending some time in Heavenly. Once again, half of out of repentance, and
Mhm.
then half to kind of learn what it is to be who we are.
Okay. So with all of that, what you're gonna get is you're gonna get a dot in technology
Okay.
for being in like back end security cameras, things like that sort. You're
Uh,
also gonna take a dot in leadership
okay.
for spending more time with Heavenly and your dad,
Mm,
uh, whose name has escaped me at the moment.
Lanford.
Landford. They are intimidating presence.
Yeah.
Heavenly's kind of always been very like light with you and very like fun around your friends. Heavenly alone is a different beast.
Hmm.
Heavenly alone doesn't stop her body from moving in weird ways. She doesn't hide, like, you'll see something open up and there's an eyeball where an eyeball should not be. There's an extra something where an extra something should not be. She plays, there's no way, she plays herself a lot. I know. But she moves body parts, she moves her body and others a lot. Um,
She's just so in polite company. She keeps herself together, but as soon as the lights go off, it's
and she is alone, she is not around anyone else. She is more a completely different person in the way of from fun princess to queen.
got it.
Does that
She
make sense?
she touches herself more when there's no one around.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. Hmm.
No, he's got a point.
And he's got a point.
Technically
uh,
correct. That's kind.
your powers are harder to level up.
I
But
know.
know that this is going toward you getting that next point. It's going there. I
I
promise.
need one more point in Protean.
And you need one more point. I know you do, but know that it is going. It is going up. You will get
Okay.
there.
Uh, can I have the rib cage?
Things that you can do to yourself, 100%. You can also play with yourself.
I'm going to proceed to do so permanently. So uh
Hmm.
over the course of the month, uh
That's for our
uh,
only DM.
over the course of the month, you notice that Caldwell's chest just gets a lot more taunt, a
It's
lot more
hard.
taunt. It's harder. Uh, like he gets a couple extra ribs down towards his midsection,
Like
and then
it's
they all get kind of
firm.
hard.
Hmm.
So what he's done is basically extended his rib cage down his entire chest and brought it out more. So he now has like pseudo body armor.
Oh, dude. So the more you play with yourself, the harder it gets. Like,
Exactly.
Exactly.
See, we've gotten there. But I think I also lose a point of humanity because I've had to hunt so
You
much.
have to kill a lot of people to do this, and you're doing it
Yeah.
for your own gain, not to feed.
It's fair.
So you do lose a point of humanity.
Fair enough.
Play that as you will.
That's fine. We're still up. We're still on the
There,
other
yeah.
side.
hi,
Have you-
REP, RPG, we love you. Thank you for
Oh,
stopping by.
hello.
Hello, hello. I don't know which half of Rip RPG that is, but hello to both of you. um, alrighty, let's go to Gideon.
All right. So
What are you doing?
Gideon has watched these three children acquire a business. So he's kind of helping them by keeping a hand on the wheel from afar. Just, here's a business. This is the restaurant entertainment industry. This is your first business. This was a trap, kids. This was so
This was a trap.
yeah. Gideon has a foundation from afar. So he didn't expect to stay in Las Vegas for very long. But the first thing that he did once he realized that, okay, I'm going to need to be around to help them. And they've helped me. So I think I'm going to stay in town a while. So he's emailed the company, the foundation, and let them know that him and his new nephew, Atticus Vanier, he goes by Serge Vanier now to mortals, because once you start to live past, 80, 90 years, people start to get suspicious. Heck, if you get into your 50s and 60s without aging, people are going to start asking you
We'll
who your
start
plastic
asking
surgeon
questions.
is. And I don't know what plastic is. So, just kidding. Gideon is fully aware of what plastic is. But
I love how your face went, haha, I'm just kidding.
I'm just but
Just so you know.
so he's brought his car and driver up from where he came from and he's also set, like I said, Atticus up with the
What's
expression.
your driver's name?
That's a good question. Let's go with Sebastian.
Is he a ghoul?
He specifically is not a ghoul, but he's been in service to Gideon before. He's one of the drivers he will tolerate and has discretion.
Because he doesn't talk.
Yeah, he's a mute. Who's he gonna tell?
Who's he gonna tell?
Gideon cut out his tongue. Like,
No.
What can I say? It was consensual. I offered him a lot of money, and now he has gainful employment.
God.
But when I say a
You know
lot of
what?
money,
Some
we're
of us
talking
would lose our tongue for gainful employment.
a lot of money. So he's set aside the corporate suite at the Bellagio for himself and Gabriella, since he can't be staying in the bar. And he's also taken Atticus out to the haberdashery. We have to get him properly dressed.
But what?
So the haberdashery, it's where you go once you have bought your suit from your tailor, and you go to get the accoutrement, the buttons, the stitching, the extra mile, as it were. So we've turned Atticus in from 80s punk into 90s movie villain. He's going to shut down the ski resort and ruin Christmas for everybody.
I'm gonna get that rec center.
Yeah, exactly. He's coming for you. I think as much as Gideon's been, really taking on more with Atticus, like, they've formed a bond, almost like, a buddy cop kind of thing. And he's taught Gideon some, streetwiseness, how to speak to people of this era of a lower social status than he's normally used to. And I've taught him how to talk to people.
That's fair.
And be
That's
presentable.
fair.
Caldwell, you have a question?
And God, I really want to know this. In the month span that it's been, has Gideon watched Star Wars yet?
Gideon has refused
Yep.
every single attempt made by Atticus. However, in secret, Gabriella has twisted his arm into watching it. And he's only watched New Hope so far because that's all she could get out of him. But he doesn't understand the fascination with terrorism. But he does really quite like the aura and authority that this Darth Vader fellow presents. He has an excellent way of speaking.
Gideon would
Of course
watch
he is.
Star Wars and be like, "These rebel upstarts, oh boy!" Like
The Empire clearly did nothing wrong.
I really hope this Darth kid gets his dream. Like,
He really,
Dark guy gets it together.
It's really got us coming up together. And the last things that he's done, just as a side, is he's tried to get in touch and figure out more, the Tremere in town, because that was really the reason he came in town, was to try and rebuild his cred within the clan so that he could be able to be allowed to properly sire Gabriella. And he's also been trying to hook the local vampires on some delicious, delicious Fey blood.
I'm gonna say you have a bit of a good following of Feyblood. Now you have to be careful with that because you have one source.
I have one source. I am picking and choosing. I am
Yeah.
deliberately cultivating specific addicts so that
Yes.
I can exploit and blackmail them later.
Exactly. You do have a good handful of people who have caught on and are addicted to Feyblood. You can really only give 4 bios a week, really.
I mean, because and Gabriella's she's mortal. She's only got so much.
She's only got so much blood that she can give.
I feel like there was a moment where Atticus is like, I want to try. And no, you don't get high on your own supply.
No, Gideon's standing next to
I get high
Gabriella.
on that supply.
Standing next to Gabriella with a juice box and a cookie every time she gives blood is very good for me.
Oh no, darling. It is strictly champagne and just the highest quality.
Gabriella
Cabby.
has gotten used to a certain way of life.
There's a reason she puts up with this.
You all have kind of gained a friendship with Gabriella as like your dad's new girlfriend type friendship. You're
Oh,
like,
cool.
oh, she's nice. Well, like she's nice and she's nice and she gives me presents, so like I like her and that's it. You look at her
Stepmom.
and she's like, are you my new mom? She's like, shut up, don't say that ever again.
I feel like Gideon's got like that harsh, like strict but fair fathership attitude towards us, whereas Gabriella's just like the he doesn't mean it,
He
like
doesn't
the
mean
the
it.
the, the yin
You
to
know
the
your
yang.
father gets mad sometimes.
He says things he doesn't understand what they mean, but he says them. He doesn't watch movies.
Gabriella and Atticus text gifs more than any other group pair in this group. Like the two of every time Gideon's talking, the two of them are just sitting there like nodding with their phones out, sending gifs back and forth to each other. Like it is great. I love this.
I tolerate this for my love for her, and because I've already sunk too much time and energy into you to waste you.
You thought you were adopted by Gideon. You were truly adopted by Gabriella.
It's true.
Gabriella went, this is my child now.
I want to be clear that, like, if it weren't for Gabrielle, he would be the scummiest corporate overlord.
100%. Gabriella was like, maybe you shouldn't do that. He's like, well, why not? She's like,
Yeah, that's right. People.
He refers to
You don't-
Gabriella as
You
his
don't
fairy
shit where you
godmother.
eat. That's right. Oh no.
Oh, that's good.
Very good for me.
Oof.
that's so good. Okay, so with all this fun stuff, here are some things you're gonna get. Ready?
Ready.
You are going to get as Atticus got a dot in etiquette, you're getting a dot in streetwise.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hello, my
Um,
homies.
Homies.
God, I hope I'm using that correctly.
What up, fellow youths?
And then on backgrounds, you're gonna get status. You're gonna get a dot in it because you have gained a bit more status in Las Vegas.
Ooh, look at
Ooh.
you.
Excellent.
You're also going to get.
How can I help Gideon?
I feel like called. How to.
You're also gonna get a. It's gonna be backgrounds again. You're gonna get a allies with a dot, as
Okay.
you are trying to be nice to the Tremere. The Tremere are noticing. You do find out you're kind of shunned in the Tremere community because your sire is extremely shunned in the Tremere community. So they're kind of judging you based on your sire.
Yeah,
But
she
as
nuts.
she's a little crazy. She's a little. Your sire's interesting. I love her so much. I also love that you named her Elizabeth. 'Cause I have 5 characters named Elizabeth.
Not enough. You're slacking.
Oh,
Never
I'm-
enough.
It's another Elizabeth in the fantasy sphere.
It's another Elizabeth. But you made her insane, and I'm like, perfect.
Mm.
Oh, I was like, let's have some fun. I feel like this could create some trauma for everybody, and also be very entertaining.
Oh
It
yeah,
is.
absolutely. Sorry, my cat got up for the first time today. I'm like, my boy. Sorry.
That's a mood.
And last but not least, Jack. What have
Hey.
you been doing this month?
So we did discuss my notes last week. I wrote them at the end of the session. We did discuss Jax is in charge of the bar, at least like starting the bar.
Like the
Right.
entire thing? Or I thought you were like the
No.
bartenders,
The
like
bar-
the alcohol side of things.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, not the
Yes.
whole. I do not want the management title. No, thank you. Jax is not there enough. So I would like to say that Jax has created. If anybody's familiar with the angel shot system, Jax
Mhm.
has created that, but it's the devil shot system. So we've got the devil shot neat, which is kill them, no repercussions, no loose ends.
Oh,
On the
shit.
rocks, which is leave them alive long enough for the baggers to collect, and then we've got straight up, which is let them leave unharmed.
Oh.
Okay.
I like it.
Do we just
Right.
kill anybody that orders this?
Ha.
I'm just saying, like that's kind of like our code system.
For
if
us.
anybody
Oh,
don't-
okay, got it. I didn't know if somebody could be like, "Hey, this is my ex-husband. I'd like a double shot, please."
Now remember, children, you get diminishing returns per murder per week because a little bit of murder shows the world that the club is spicy, exotic, but a lot of murder and people start to put out news headlines about us.
Yeah, Jax, I love this.
But also I figured that's a way for like people to bring kind of like group people like sacrifices over and like, hey, this person's good to kill and put in the stuff out back.
Raja.
And the
You know?
compost out back.
Correct.
Oh
And
We
my
grow our
then-
god.
drugs.
Put it in the bin.
I did make 4 signature drinks. Okay? I made
Okay.
4 signature drinks. So we've got the ghoul, which is described as weak compared to other drinks, but dangerous when paired with a chaser. They can keep you going all night. It's any shot paired with a chaser of cranberry. We've got an angel with a shotgun, hits you when you least expect it. It's absinthe.
It's absent.
We've
That's
got
it.
Yep, we've got the Mary Madeline, which is an espresso martini with a velvet green ribbon around the stem.
Hmm.
And then, if you're okay with it, Scribe, I would like our Bloody Mary to be a Bloody Judah. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, I don't think Atticus would know any better.
Yeah.
I'm a little
Yeah.
concerned that like Judah's sire is still out there, and if they find out, they're gonna be pissed at us. But I'm okay with this. Yeah, Bloody
Yeah, do
Judah.
it.
Bloody Judah. Let's go.
I just hear Ryan laughing
Listen.
in the next room.
And all of these are still church themed,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
it's-
Not
They're
targeted
in
to anyone
theme.
in specifically.
Hey, if you took that personally, that's a you problem.
At the bottom is no drinks are a sign of anyone living or dead.
Yeah.
Look, we're undead. It doesn't mean they can't sue us.
Oh, God.
Courts during the day, it's a logistical nightmare.
Oh,
That's
that's
wait
not
true.
true. It's the health department.
Night
Can't wait for
court.
Mary to hit you guys with a cease and desist.
No.
Hold on.
It's
Night
Mary. It's
court?
Mary Madeline for Hills' character,
Nothing important takes place at night court.
not other Mary. Oh my God.
If you could do me a favor and drop all that into the chat for me, or just DM Jimmy.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. And then we've got the rest of my time because I figured that kind of planning and organization would take maybe a week. Let me know if this fits with what you had planned, but I would like to use the rest of my time kind of to do like, do I know where Faith is?
Faith
Okay,
has personally invited you to her church.
perfect. I would like to spend the remaining 3 weeks to help with construction of whatever the heck is going on, letting them use my car, being the car driver, using me as a spare set of hands, kind of taking like care packages, you know, whatever the ghouls don't have time to do, let me do it, you know. I just want to be
Yeah,
involved.
absolutely. Give me one quick second here.
I'll copy and paste this while we're...
Yes, please.
Yeah, please, Jax. Like,
Oh, I need to make
I
some
need
of
the
those
drinks.
Do you guys know that in all the Bible there are no twin girls?
What?
really?
Huh.
A lot of twin boys, no twin girls.
Interesting.
I know. What a fun thing for you guys to find out as I was trying to research twin girls in the Bible. There are none. You do meet the two brain work. Faith sired two child. You meet Ruby and Rose.
Ruby and Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I love that.
They're newborns, so they're a little rambunctious, little excited about everything. But Faith gives like a quick side eye, and they go very quiet, very like, oh shit, mom, sorry. But they were twin sisters in life that have been changed.
Were Father Judah's ghouls twins or just similar?
Hold on.
I don't know if we ever went over that.
You are spending a lot of time with Faith, so I'm gonna give you something depending on how good this roll is.
Oh,
Give me a charisma persuasion.
I'm good at those. All right. All right. We've got. Oh, I don't have that anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. That should only be a 6. All right. And roll 5 successes.
Hey.
You find out that they weren't like twins, but they were triplets.
Oh dear. That's even worse. How'd you make it worse?
Worse. It's my job legally as a storyteller to make everything worse. No, you find out that they were triplets.
Dang, not gonna press into that. That's a lot.
Mhm.
It's a lot. Wow, and that's on trauma for Faith, huh? Man. All right. Well, yeah, that was my only plan. I don't have any more than that. I am so sorry. I went ham on the drinks, and that was about it.
So fair. What can I want to give you something for the drinks. They were really good.
I can't promise they taste good, but those names.
Take a
you
dot in
know.
craft.
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 Yep.
That's fair.
Craft does come in handy sometimes. Craft can come in clutch real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially like if you want to build a bomb, you better have something in craft. Listen.
I love that.
Alrighty. That is what we all did the past couple months. I will get Freddy's information next time I talk to Hills. We are going to be in the bar. All of you have gathered here at one point or another, but you are all here. And it is a busy night. It is everything is full. The dance floor is very full. The bar has more people they can handle. It is extremely busy. And you all kind of are in the same spot for the first time in a while. Atticus is dressed nicer for some reason. That's weird. And I'm going to hand it over to you guys as you guys are meeting up for like the first time in like a month, all in the same room.
Has the bar been going?
Yeah, the
since
bar
you've
has
been
been up.
gone?
The bar has been up and running for about 2 weeks now.
Oh. Okay.
It was kind of ready to go when Heavenly gave it to you guys, but as lovingly Freddie put it, I need to rough it up. So they did.
Atticus is glad handing with a congressman that's come into the bar and just being like, yeah, and Rectum, I mean, damn near killed him. Right. Anyway, go head over to the bar. Caldwell, my friend, it's great to see you again, pal. Bring it in. And he gives you a little tap, and he's like, this is my suit voice. Gideon hates
is like both beaming and face palming from like a safe distance.
I do not say this lightly. That is the scariest shit you have ever done.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Jax, you're here too. The drinks. Everybody loves the drinks.
Gabriella is behind the bar bartending tonight. She does it every once in a while, makes some extra money because she doesn't need money, but she likes having some pocket change that she's done herself, you know.
It's fair.
Jax will nod in thanks to Atticus, very confused at the suit. No words. Absolutely none. No judgment either. There's no judgment on their face. And then, if Gideon's here, can Jax kind of do a little like, hey, look at your girl at the bar, like wink? Like that was me. That like, you know, like one of those little like, she looks hot, dude. Like one of those looks, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Gideon is going to like, nod his head like he knows what you mean. He does not. He's like, yes, no, business is booming. Yeah, no, she's enjoying her hobby. Yeah, very much so.
I have less regret about leaving her alive in this moment, just so you know.
She has that effect on people.
She's growing on me.
Good to know.
I hate the way you just said that.
Yeah. Yeah. And Atticus, I see, darling, that you are just pulling off the look so wonderfully, so wonderfully. We'll have to take everybody out next time. It's such a wonderful bonding experience.
I mean, I do like how people kind of treat me with it, especially when I do this and the voice. Like, people just tend to respect me a little bit more. You're right. As much as I didn't want to believe it, Gideon, like, clothes maketh the man, you know? So
Appearances open many doors.
they do. They really do. So, yeah, God, this scrunch is so bad, though. I just get wedgies constantly. Like, ugh.
I don't know what you're doing wrong, my friend, but I assure you I do not have the same predicament.
What underwear are you wearing when you wear
It has to be silk, and nothing. It doesn't catch on anything.
You see, I'm not wearing underwear. That's probably it, then. Like, I gotta...
I have a guy. We will go there.
You have
in
an
due time.
underwear guy? God, Gideon. All right.
Do you not have you know what? I'm gonna stop making any assumptions about your resources at your disposal. Caldwell, you're looking
Yeah.
excellent.
How are you?
Couldn't be happier.
Oh.
So,
Caldwell looks a little bulkier.
yeah,
He has so much bone.
It's not.
I see you've
muscle.
made some changes, and not just with the place.
Yeah, we've been.
Ever the diplomat.
We're just seeing what we can do. Red's
Extreme
having fun.
makeover bone edition.
The
Oh.
bone makeover.
Some people have like a 6-pack. You know, if you're really fit, you have a 12-pack. Caldwell actually has one of those 24-packs you can buy at Sam's Club, like, which is great.
Yeah,
Oh, Mountain Dew Pitch Black.
I mean, he's nearly a commercial to know.
I need all 4 of you to make me a wits awareness check.
Oh my god.
It's gonna go poorly for me.
I want to be clear that Gideon might be witty. He is not aware.
He's not aware.
Wits.
Wow.
That's 2 successes.
3
Actually,
for me.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's 2 successes.
No, I'm pretty good at these.
Mhm.
That is 1 success.
That's 6 successes.
Okay. 3 of you are having a great time talking to each other, enjoying
I'm
yourself.
not.
Caldwell, you're having a good time, and your eyes kind of dart up for a second as you see Faith enter and
What?
go to the bar, and then you look back at your friends.
I don't even stop. I just do it one fail motion. I just turn Atticus to Faith.
Oh my god, she's hot. Who is that? Have we met her? Why does she look familiar?
That's the one we left in the church with the Inquisitors.
That's the one we left in the church. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't like her over at the bar. Hang on, I'm gonna go talk to Gabriella and just sort of mark her as what. Hang on just a second. Bibbidi bobbidi boo! You look great tonight, darling. Come here. Let me talk to you a little bit about what you're doing. And he'll just head over towards the bar and talk to. Yeah.
Here at the bar, Gabriella is pouring shots like she was made for it. As she turns, she goes, "What? Huh? What? What do you want?"
I was just hoping to get like a whiskey, but I just wanted to tell you how great you look tonight, and everybody's been talking about how great of a job you're doing.
I hate that voice.
Really?
I hate that voice with a burning passion.
I thought it was good. All right, I'll work on it.
Good for like Gideon.
No, it's good. Yeah, hang on. I was thought about doing an accent. Should I try an accent next time?
What kind of accent?
I don't know. I can do it a pretty good Irish.
Russian.
Oh, I got this. I can do Russian.
Yeah, you got
My
this.
name is Jax. Don't touch me. I don't want to do anything fun. I like to wear moody colors. Is this...
Very threatening.
I'm the bad guy in most Rocky movies.
I am shaking in my stilettos.
Jax wears it better. He's better at this. I'll
He
figure it out.
is Russian.
You know what
So-
Jax is wearing tonight?
Hmm.
A leather vest with upside down cross chest covers.
Yeah.
No shirt.
Perfect. No shirt.
Oh, that would explain. Jax is Russian?
I'm pretty sure.
Do you think that's why they're so good at the accent?
Oh my god.
I think that's just how they talk, darling.
Oh, yep,
They're
yep,
not
yep.
doing an accent.
Oh, that's right. Oh, we're doing an accent.
No, we're not.
But I mean, to somebody from Russia.
Yeah. You're so pretty.
Oh,
It's reached
thanks.
over and tapped your face.
He takes it as the compliment it isn't.
Did you need something, honey?
No. I was just coming over to talk to you very openly and loudly.
Yeah.
Gideon is going to look at Caldwell and go, Are we sure? Are we really sure that it was the best idea to let the loudest, least socially present member of the group inform Gabriella of the presence of the woman from the church?
When he's the only one I really trust in the surrounding? Yeah.
Taken.
While we're having this conversation in the Gabriella and Atticus text chain, he has sent 2 gifts, and this is how they communicate. One is a beautiful red-haired woman, probably Jessica Rabbit, that walks in and to reference Faith, and then it's Whoopi Goldberg from the movie Ghost saying, "You in danger, girl." Like,
Hey, DM, did
Yes.
Gabriella not was she not in the church where Faith was at the same time that Faith
She was on
Oh,
so many
okay.
drugs. She does
I
not
love that for
remember
her.
any of that.
That is for the best.
She here's her phone ding, and she looks down at it, and then she just texts back the Pikachu shocked meme, and nods and goes back to work.
yeah.
There
Cool.
you go.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. She does. Faith does order a drink, and Gabriella does pour it and hand it to her. And she just kind of holds it because she's a vampire.
I'm going to just casually, ever so casually, just try to keep an eye on her.
Yeah,
I like
give me a composure stealth.
Actually, I'm not bad at this.
Give me a composure stealth to not just be staring at her, or for her to catch you.
3 successes.
Okay.
Not bad.
Let me roll hers. Give me 1 second.
Ooh, 1. That's rough for you, buddy.
My favorite game is Kat naming a couple of skills and Moz without fail being like, you know what? They're not terrible at this.
Every
You got
time.
how many successes did you get?
3.
Okay. Intelligent. Rolling dice.
I would say
Oh,
people who
me?
know what my race are were naturally paranoid anyway. I could be looking at you naturally.
That's fair. She turned and her eyes are glazing over everyone, and her eyes lock on yours the same time they lock on you. Lock on her, and she just blinks and keeps going.
Well, we're gonna hold on to that little tidbit of information.
That
Sit
she
on that.
blinks.
That she knows
Very
that I know that she knows.
My mom said that your mom said.
My mom said that your mom
Right.
said.
You know, gentlemen, I believe that there's a lot has changed about the nightlife, but human nature not so much. It's impolite to stare.
I'm just.
Looking.
Why
Was
would
Jax
she come
expecting
here?
Faith?
You weren't.
I was like, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
No,
So-
you weren't expecting her, but you see her.
I don't believe I've ever had an introduction to who this lady is, beyond what we weren't going to the church to get.
Props to Kat for capitalizing on the fact that I did not tell any of you guys that I met Faith on the step.
Oh man.
You did
please.
not.
You didn't tell anyone that Faith is your friend. Everyone is suspicious. And you're like, we've been hanging out for the past month.
We're
Jax will confidently go get Faith and kind of like you guys can tell in the last month, Jax has changed a lot when it comes to interacting with people. They're much more calm and confident when it comes to making connections with people they already know. Strangers still a little bit iffy, but Jax walks right over to Faith, taps her on the shoulder, offers to carry her drink while they walk, and will bring her
She
over to
smiles
the-
at you and leans in and kisses your cheek and hands you her drink to carry. Yeah, she'll walk with you.
Yeah, Jax has like an arm out if like she wants to
Absolutely.
navy walk,
Whoa. Did we know you
Jax-
were this close?
Unless
Probably
you
not.
told him.
Mm.
No.
Is this where
So
you've been out all
we've been
night?
getting close. We haven't been getting that close in the past month.
She is a proud Christian woman, Atticus.
She's saving herself for marriage, Atticus.
Saving
What are you
herself for
talking
marriage.
Oh my god.
She's not.
Boy.
Does marriage even count anymore when you're dead? Here's a good question.
Yeah.
Till death do us part. I am already dead.
It's the loophole,
It's
guys.
the loophole. Just die.
Can't go to hell if you're already there.
That's why I live in
Crazy.
Florida.
Oh.
Amen.
Oh no. But yeah, Jax will gesture towards everybody like, all right, Faith, this is, the other I will introduce you to everybody, as we are all now mutual owners of this bar, courtesy of Heavenly. Heavenly. This is
do.
Atticus, the one in the suit, questionably. We've got Caldwell, who looks thicker than usual. And then we've got Gideon, whose girlfriend is behind the bar and looks much better than he does. And Jax will wink at Gideon.
Rough, man.
Gideon's gonna wink back, but he's not part of the joke. And he's going to, stick out his hand to Faith and go, Gideon Vanier, charmed to make the acquaintance of someone who could finally teach Jack some manners.
She holds out her hand like this.
And he'll do like the lean in, old timey kiss the hand thing and let it go.
Oh yeah.
Faith, it is a pleasure.
Pleasure is shared.
Oh my god. That happened.
Atticus is
Caldwell. Very
Attic-
nice to see you both again.
Atticus is freaked out here
Yeah.
because Atticus has seen Faith twice. The first time it's when he walked up with Jax and Jax had verbal diarrhea of the mouth and apologized, and there was this weird I'm gonna kill you tension. And then the next time we saw her was tied up in a church. And then the third time is right now where the enemies thing seems to have fallen away completely.
Ah.
So Atticus is not hiding his eyes, kind of darting back and forth between Jax. This is a romantic comedy in the 1990s. And he's looking between Jax and Faith, trying to see if there's mind control going on or what is the deal.
Confused.
Yeah.
So that's Faith saying that to you.
Yeah, no, I just I just didn't know that you two. Sorry, the last time I was there, I was kind of third wheeling it, and there was a really icy sort of tension, and I just didn't. That looks like it's gotten better.
If you're strangers become friends, it does get better.
I can be nice, Atticus. It's a new character trait of mine.
No, it's a great look for you, bro. I just no, this is great. Yeah, I'm glad things have sort of evened out. That's all.
Yes.
The new place looks great, by the way. You all can come see it anytime you want. Are we done?
It is
Did we
done.
finish it?
Yes.
Okay. I should have asked before I said that.
It's just being completely furnished at the point, but the inside is done.
Might I
It's
think this to mean that Jax has a new place of residence?
No.
No. No. That was me verifying that. No, I don't. I'm gonna keep living here if that's okay.
I'm sorry. Pardon my confusion. I believe we've met introduced only in name. What is your relationship to these fabulous three people that I've just learned have some connection to you.
Oh, well, Jax was part of a group that murdered my sire, and Atticus and Caldwell left me tied up in a church. You also did that.
Oh, a point of order. I left tied up in the church. I think I get a pass on this one.
Yeah,
Like,
you did leave tied up.
yeah, that
in
was. We were
that-
both tied up.
You get
just
a
in
pass.
some-
My brother was left tied up in that church.
Okay, I heard you from the closet.
Was that Emperor's New Groove? Like, great, great.
I
What a
understand it was a
balls.
stressful time for all of you. I do not hold it against any of you.
You'll have to
That's
forgive
fine.
our impropriety. My priorities were skewed, if you understand. Bias.
Your priorities was the woman you love. That is very understandable.
Thank you for being so understanding of the situation.
That's
So what
okay.
brings you here to the bar?
I just wanted to see Jax talk so highly of it. I wanted to see it for myself. That's all.
You talk about us when we're not around? That's weird.
You use our
You should
our
really
names.
Jax ignores the both. You should really see the security system here. It's top notch.
You're welcome.
I did notice the two very burly men in the front who look like they could take me down if I needed to, and that's a good feature to have in any bar.
The clientele isn't half bad either. Evidently, we have senators now or congressmen, whoever that another man in a suit.
Oh,
Hey
yeah.
guys, we're gonna do another fun what's awareness roll.
Oh no.
Kat, I'm so sorry. Your microphone broke up. Did you say brawl? Like, was that
Are you punching her?
No, no, I don't want to punch
Okay.
somebody. I'm confused as to who's a bad guy and who's a good guy.
Welcome to Vampire the Masquerade, my dude.
Dang.
One success.
Cool.
3.
Okay.
Question. I didn't ask. It's been a month. We're assuming. Can I be back at 1 hunger? I was at
You're
0.
assuming
but
one
I'm-
hunger, yes.
I'm assuming every time there's a time skip. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I rolled with 6 dice. 6 successes, possible messy crit.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I never
Good.
get those.
What'd you get? What'd you get, Atticus?
Man, we ain't seen shit.
The DC was 3. So Caldwell and Jax see this as for a split second, Faith's eyes go over white and then go back to her color.
Don't like that.
Yes, you have a very mixed clientele here. It's very interesting.
Jax will squeeze her arm and like look at her real quick. Like, what was that?
She just smiles and pats your hand.
Do I know what that was?
You've
Has
never
that
seen
happened? Okay.
it. Mhm.
Well, you know what? Thanks. Yeah, no, we worked really hard on it. We kind of tend to open the place up for anybody that just, wants to come in. We're kind of, I like to call it the Casablanca, of Vegas.
Casablanca. As he legitimately chuckles at that. I'll have to bring my girls next time. I just want to look it for myself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the more the merrier. You can mention my name at the bar, and they will not do anything yet, but I'm working on that.
Working on it.
Okay.
Jax starts for a second. Are they old enough to drink, Faith? Are they?
Yes,
Just checking. I never asked.
they're 24.
Great. They just look so young. So
They
much
do.
youth in that house.
They do. Being a newborn does do that. Add the youth to the face.
Well, we do card here, so please have them bring their IDs. Thank you.
Oh, you're serious? All right, yes, I will have them get IDs.
Have you ever seen an old vampire's like fake ID? They're hilarious.
Gideon, do you have a fake ID?
Gideon does have, he does have a fake ID.
I have a
He's like,
two-in mask. I can make you my fake ID.
It's like a grandfathered Canadian passport that is so
Oh my God.
tattered in stamps and is just starting to disintegrate almost. But it's
You
still
pull it
valid.
out and Caldwell cry.
Your name
It
is
is-
McLovin. It's just one word.
The gentleman at the store assured me that was perfectly passable.
Yeah.
Oh, he sold me as McCullough. Oh.
But
Only vampire
to
with
be
a
clear, all jokes aside, Gideon has survived this long, so it's a
Yeah.
little out of date. But
But
it
he
really,
knows
if
what he's
anything,
doing.
he's just mad that he can't get the picture changed. He just looks like he's got bedhead and like it was a red eye flight the night before. Like he looks like shit in the picture, and that's really why he won't
My
show
favorite
up.
thing is trying to make the DMV open up after hours for you to take these photos.
Gideon unironically has a trans.
If you have enough money, they'll do anything. Everybody has a price.
Are correct. So Faith kind of takes her drink back from you, and she'll blush of life. So like the color returns to her cheeks and all that, and she will kind of down the drink and then nod and says, "I will be going. Are you coming by later?
I always do.
I will see you then." And she'll let go of your arm, and she will exit the bar.
I always do.
Are you guys talking to each other?
No. I'm just like we're looking. I imagine this is Atticus and Caldwell right behind your back, being like, "I always do." Oh, who the fuck is this? Did we say
Have
that
you
at the
never
same
seen-
time?
Have you never seen a glimpse into somebody's secret life before? Everybody's got one. Don't judge Jax for theirs.
Gideon, what is your secret life?
That is for me to know and for you to remain blissfully unaware about.
I don't think.
Now,
I
speaking
have
of
a
which,
secret life.
Caldwell, do you have...
Yes.
You said you had security cameras set up in here, correct?
Yes.
I trust you've covered all the sensitive areas where people might get away to partake of a certain entertainment I've set up for them tonight. Our senator friend, he's got a private suite.
I mean, I can just turn them off if needed.
Oh no, leave them on and send me the recording.
Atticus, you
Ugh.
get a text message. It's you and Gabriella's text chain, and it's the "Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious."
I send back, but kink shaming is my kink.
I'll elaborate to the group.
I would put it
Since
on
I see some jars agape and some less than Puritan thoughts crossing the gutter here, I'll elaborate. It pays to have friends in high places for when we make messes.
just.
And sometimes you need to twist an arm.
I understand that, but just watch what you're asking, Grandpa. Or I'll put this on a USB, and you ain't gonna be able to watch it.
I understand the universal serial bus. Thank you very much, Caldwell.
Does Gideon know to use?
But he doesn't know Star Wars.
No, that's exactly it. He knows technology. He doesn't know pop culture. He's
culture.
decided it peaked. Like, he's just starting to get really into epic music thanks to Atticus, because he's just been struggling to find something from this century for him.
Caldwell, you get a text
Yes.
message from Heavenly.
Yes.
It says, "I got you a present. Bring your friends."
Oh. He will. He'd be like, okay. Where am I heading to?
And it's just home.
Okay. Cool. I will be there. Thank you.
Yeah.
And he will just kind of like tug on jackets, tug on shirts, and be like, hey.
That's
That's,
Or sorry, upside down cross covers. Excuse me.
Tug on a nip. Go for it.
they're
Yes, absolutely.
here.
Wow.
It's
Caldwell.
Max will deck you right in the face.
whatever.
What are you talking
You were
about?
hiding a girlfriend for us. I don't want to take any shit from you. And then
Assault.
anyway, Heavenly called us home, or called me home. There's a gift there, but she also said bring you guys along who want to come.
Okay. Yeah. I
Who wanna
mean,
come see. I don't want to be like rich kid on the block, but I'm getting a present. I want you to be there when I open my present.
Consider this cat killed by curiosity. Sebastian! And he'll snap his fingers and summon
You
the
snap
driver.
your fingers, and Gabriella sighs and texts Sebastian, "Hey, fool." Because Sebastian
Wow.
is mortal and cannot hear you from inside the bar.
I'll have him bring the rules around.
cool. I'll talk to the employees real quick. They got this. My guys, Where's my guys at? Right there. Look, come here, guys. Okay, look, you got this. They're just all right, girls, come on over. Let's talk about. And Atticus just gives a little like kumbaya, rah rah rah. You got this.
Yeah.
Go team venture, and then yeah.
When did you turn into a camp counselor?
He did it one year. It was actually really good.
We're still giving him more lessons on management. He's taken it in a far more constructive way than I thought he would.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Can we say Jax drives separate so Jax can leave directly from
Yeah.
the venue?
So pulls out the car. It is. What car is it?
It's the Rolls Royce Phantom, and it is. It's got the speed. The back. No one sits in the front with the driver. I'll be clear. We all sit in the
Obviously.
back here.
Obviously.
And it is in like a bright purple and a white like livery.
It is obnoxious.
It's got Gideon's Foundation's like crest on the side of it. It is.
What color?
Loud. In gold.
Yes, great. Ooh, love it.
Oh my god. You guys, you three of you pile in the back of this. Jax is on the motorcycle. And
No, Jax is in the Subaru.
The
the
Subaru.
Subaru. You are correct.
Subaru!
The
Subaru.
Subaru.
No.
No offense to Jax, but I prefer my upholstery unstained.
Listen, the upholstery looks great. It's the passenger seat that it's like, hey, hop in, and you have to hop into a passenger seat that's just swimming in cans of Mountain Dew pitch black. He doesn't drink them, he just pours them out.
It's to have. It's to have. It's the aesthetic.
It's for the look. And you
Right.
guys head out to the mansion in the middle of the desert, which is so hilarious to me that he's not moved. He's just like, no.
Because you gotta get. It's like the pirate island. You gotta know where to find it in order to know where it's at.
You need the pirate map to get to the treasure.
Yeah.
You guys enter the home and it is dead quiet.
Hello?
This is either a trap or a surprise party if I've ever seen one.
Perhaps I have made the mistake by not asking for my usual, hey, can we have some sort of verification? I did not call. This is on me.
The foyer doors open, both of them open, and Heavenly is standing at the top of them. And she walks down, says, "Oh, good, you did bring all your friends. Wonderful. It's gonna be so much more fun to me. We're all, no one's squeamish, right? No.
I've
no.
learned to not be anymore.
Good. Jax?
No, I'm good.
Wonderful. Follow me in the dungeon." And she will walk.
Huh?
And she will walk quite a ways. This house is huge. Walk quite a ways to the right, and then there is a place going straight down. And she starts walking downstairs.
There are 999 ghouls here. There's always room for one more.
Oh, no.
I want
Is
to make
this
it
another one of your clever references?
It's Haunted Mansion. I gotta take you to a theme park, but you would dig that.
You guys collectively have enough money to rent out a theme park for a night.
Your next birthday, buddy. I got you.
We're going
I
to
want to
Florida.
make it very clear how, as Caldwell has gotten more and more in touch with the more bestial side of the clan, those unnerving shrieks or whatever, things that would start to unnerve typical people when it comes to like extra gore has kind of started to subside. He's started to become numb to it.
Yeah, 100%. You guys walk down. As you walk down, it is dark. It is creepy. It smells like rotting flesh down here. And Heavenly doesn't look at all moved by it. Caldwell doesn't seem at all moved by it. You enter the dungeon, and there are multiple cages, all of them covered by tarps. Every single one of them. But she turns, and she leans against one cage, and does one of these, like, this is the prize for all of you. And she opens it, and Angel is inside. The Second Inquisition agent.
Oh. Oh.
Her hands have been melded together into their own handcuffs.
I see.
Um,
Still trying to learn that. You know that's real cool, right?
oh, I know. And Heavenly Destructs, you gave me names. I have resources. I just hate that it took me this long.
And he points to the other two. He goes, "What are the other two?"
None of your concern.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Anything I can help with?
Maybe later.
Keep me on the book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And he looks to Atticus and Gideon, and he goes, I wanted to make good. This is yours. Because you two had the most stake in this. You traded yourself, and it was your girl. At least I could bet she's at least one. So,
Well, I must say, this is quite the heartwarming welcome home present for a bunch of us, I must say, or welcome to Las Vegas. Atticus, they had you the longest. Just don't leave me something, will you?
Atticus will go and find anything that he can mark the floor with.
Okay. There's some stone on the ground, so you can mark it up like kind of chalk.
Yeah. They're in a cage right now, or they're just being held in a...
They're in a cage.
Yeah, cool. He'll go over towards the ground. He'll start looking at the ground, and he will draw a circle in the ground, roughly glass tube shaped, glass cell shaped. And then he will just make sure that that mark is on the ground, and he will go over towards the cage and open it. Does it open?
Yeah.
Okay. He will grab Angel by the back of the head and drag Angel out of the cage and toss her into the circle or the cell that's on the ground.
She doesn't fight back.
He,
there.
yeah. So, just so everyone is aware, that is what I was being held in. About that size. Bright lights above me. Warnings that I would get shot and killed if I moved out of that space. And Atticus will just start to walk around the cage. The outline on the ground.
Does anyone else find it ironic that I named a drink after this one? No one is doing the
Her
irony.
eyes are cast down and she's not talking.
Oh, the pageantry is delightful, Jax.
Thank you, Gideon.
Caldwell is leaning against the wall. He's got no dog in this fight. He's got no way in to say otherwise. And he's just casually, it's become a tick now. He just keeps breaking his pinky finger. He keeps breaking it back. It's turned into a tick now.
Yeah, you and Heavenly have the same deck.
Tick tock.
She doesn't say a word. Doesn't look at you.
He'll lift her head up. He'll force her to look at him. Nothing? Now that you don't have like a rifle in your hand or a gun in your hand, now that you can't like threaten to kill me, put other individuals into prisons just because of who we are as people and your strict dogma, you've got nothing to say now? I couldn't get you to shut up before when you held all the power, and now you've got nothing to say?
Let me make a roll. She spits in your face.
You know, Virgil, I just don't know what happened. First, she started screaming and crying profusely, and then she peed all over herself. And I'd like to tell you that she went out like a warrior and she went out fighting, but she didn't. She didn't know such thing. She didn't make any sort of statement. No final words, no nothing along those lines. So, Virgil, I got nothing to tell you.
a much higher DC.
Damn.
Yeah, she doesn't say a word. She looks at you, and her spit is just on rolling down your face. She doesn't say a goddamn word.
Atticus will take a step back and have a seat on the ground and take his hand and wipe the spit off and lick his hand while looking at her. And we'll just sort of sit on the ground, crisscross applesauce, waiting for them to break the plane of the square, unless Gideon wants to have a little bit of fun.
No, Gideon doesn't get his hands dirty. He's perfectly content watching Atticus torture the poor girl for a little bit.
Yeah. Then Atticus is just maintaining eye contact. He doesn't need to blink. Let's see how long it takes her.
She blinks.
Yeah.
She just sits still.
He's just going to watch.
Okay.
Atticus, if we are getting even, I have I mean, mine healed. Hers wouldn't. But if you want to take about an inch from her left shoulder, that might be a little fun thing to do, you know.
Why the shoulder?
I shot her.
She speaks.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that.
Gideon's going to
She tilts
produce
her head to the side.
a golden, like a just over the top engraved handgun and pass it to Atticus.
Mm. No, shotgun bullets are much bigger than handgun bullets. Just
It wasn't a shotgun.
no.
It was a
sniper.
sniper
Oh, I know
rifle.
that joke.
Which
You're right.
still left a hole in Jackson.
It's okay. These are
Yeah.
hollow points. It's going to make a hole if you want a hole.
Okay. I think she is expecting this. I think she expects violence from us. I feel like that's too good of a death.
We could always play a little game of tag.
I've been looking for something to play with.
No, children. You don't need to be physical to engage in violence. And Gideon's going to, kind of circle her a little predatorily. And he's going to produce a vial from his coat pocket. The acid that he was going to lace a couple people with for Atticus way back at the house party. He hasn't had a chance to use that. But he's going to, nip a thumb and let a couple drops of his own blood drop into it for the scorpion's touch. And he's pretty much, because that's a contact poison and acid can be administered through the skin, he's just going to dump it on her head and toss the vial.
Okay, Scorpion's touch. You then?
Yes. So that's the paralyzing poison.
Yes. So it basically seeps into her, and you see her like close her eyes, and there is a bit of toughness that goes away.
Gideon's gonna pull out like a small Bluetooth speaker. He's thought about this. Like he's got. Gabriella's gave him a cell phone, so he's gonna crank it up to full and ask, "Does anybody have a horn or some sort of amplifying device, like a speaker of some sorts? I believe an AU auxiliary cable, if you will." Fine, I'll do it myself.
Jackson's a party guy, right? Can we say Jax has one of those little like kayak speakers
Absolutely
that
you
like
do.
hooks onto your belt loop? Like,
100%
on your belt
you do.
loop?
Oh, I love that. I love the fact that Jax probably doesn't use earphones. Like,
No, it's waterproof
As
too.
Gideon is saying this and setting up to make something loud and obnoxious, Caldwell just pushes his ears in. And just...
and thank you very much, Jax. And he's gonna plug in the speaker. He's gonna place it right outside the circle, and he's gonna hit play. And you just hear these blood-curdling female screams start to echo in the torture chamber, and go on then. Atticus lied. Your Virgil's very much alive and well, but maybe not for much longer. Why don't you try to save her? Feel the way you've made us feel. All you have to do is reach her. She's a couple steps outside. Can't you hear her?
Oh. Didn't you just give her a paralyzing potion?
I did. And I
This
also
is rough.
pumped her full of acid.
Yeah. You can see the muscle in her body tense, but she can't move.
Oh, what a shame. To know that there's nothing you can do to prevent the loss of a loved one. I think you might understand after a little while. Atticus, if she overcomes the poison and breaches that cell, she's all yours. But I don't think there'll be much left.
I think you're right. And he's gonna, can Atticus lean forward and bite her trigger fingers off?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Yep.
Take her hands, and the muscles tense again, but again, she can't move to scream. She can't move to cry. She is just
Yep.
paralyzed in this state at the moment.
I think he'll smile at Jax with one of the fingers sticking out of his mouth and be like, there you go. It's like a gunshot wound. And then spit the finger.
Gideon's going. Is Heavenly still around, or she leave completely?
Emily's there.
Okay. Gideon will turn to Caldwell and Heavenly. I've had my fun. Once Atticus is done with her, if there's anything left, you guys feel free to use this as whatever raw material you'd use for your monstrosity. I think I dosed it correctly, but oh, silly me. Milliliters, ounces. I'm in a land of Imperial, after all.
Is Heavenly in the room?
Not quite enough to kill her? Is that what you're saying?
Doesn't know how long she'll be paralyzed for.
Oh.
Yeah, Heavenly's in the room.
Heavenly, can you turn her?
I have the ability, yes.
How old of a
No.
vampire do you have to be to turn someone?
Now, Atticus, siring is not something to be undergone lightly.
Yeah, you've said that about every other thing that I've tried, ever.
Gideon is going to put a hand on Atticus' shoulder and like kind of grip it, kind of like almost like painfully get the point across. Like this time, it's like, yes, but this time I do mean
Sire her, you can't kill her. That quite against the laws.
No, but I can starve her.
You won't die. She'll just be hungry.
What if she was super, super hungry?
it was your child and she breached the masquerade. You
No,
have to
what,
think about the consequences.
what if she was so hungry that any living being that we dropped in that cell, could she be pushed to the point of starvation so much that it doesn't matter what girl we put in that cell with her?
Depends on her willpower, but
I
possibility.
feel like hunger is the slow dripping of water eroding stone. I feel like no matter how big your willpower is, would you be able to outlive it?
Be surprised.
I'm impressed, Atticus. I believe you're starting to catch on to not necessarily needing to get your hands dirty, and the satisfaction in that. But remember, although I do delight in such devilish endeavors, it could complicate things. Think about that. Not every child that's tortured by their sire remains that way indefinitely. It is a long life we live, and many things can happen.
Can you say why? Can you say what is it about our kind that is unclean, that is evil, that is more evil than the type of individuals that are hunting down? We kill people. Do we
She
kill?
can't move, but her eyes dart to the other cages in this room and then dart back to you.
Who's in the cages? Heavenly?
Yes.
Who's in the cages?
No one if you're concerned.
I guess this isn't our place to ask such things.
Yeah, Atticus is gonna walk over and start to look in one of the cages.
Okay.
It's not my sire. Hashtag not my sire.
You stand up. We're gonna have to do a contested roll because Heavenly's gonna try to stop you.
Yeah.
Um, so give me a. We're gonna do straight strength.
You know you want to say it.
It's not brawl 'cause you're not fighting her. Don't know what else it would be.
Athletics to avoid it.
Yours is gonna be. I'll give you strength brawl, but she's getting dexterity. She's getting dexterity awareness to see how fast she can get to you.
Okay. Okay.
While
All right.
this is happening, can I do something?
Absolutely.
Can I use my far reach to take one of the tarps off of, like, whichever one Atticus was going for?
What does far reach do?
Far reach is basically my mage hand.
Let's see how this goes.
But not
first.
not the whole tarp. I only want to, like, maybe like a foot.
You know, like flutter it like a Marilyn Monroe thing.
Yeah.
5.
Kind of like it flutters and then settles.
You got 5 successes.
5 out of 7. Yes, 5 successes.
She got 5 out of 8.
Dang.
It's still a stalemate.
It's still a stalemate. You go to grab
Nobody's happy.
the tarp, and her hand grabs your hand, and her hand melds into your arm.
Okay.
And she says, "Drop it. This is not your house. It's not your domain. Drop it, Atticus."
Caldy, have you talked to me about some of the power struggles that are going on within your house? Have we gotten that close?
Yeah.
I will look back when she says drop it and look back for Caldwell's approval.
It's not worth it.
As soon as he says it's not worth it, because he gave the order, I will drop it.
Okay. Her hand unlaps from your hand. Jax, while that is happening, you kind of flutter. One of the things, I'm gonna say you and Gideon, would you be paying attention to the cage or to Atticus?
I'm paying attention to the cages at this point because Atticus is like, well, he's gonna do whatever, and it's gonna happen to him. Child went off on his own.
Jax and Gideon, give me.
It's gonna have to be fast. My mage hand isn't like it can do like
Yeah.
little stuff. If this is a
It's-
heavy tarp,
It's
it probably
very
doesn't.
quick. Give me
Yeah.
a stamina awareness.
I love the fact that Gideon is a hands-off parenting. Like, I can tell him not to touch the stove, but he's got to touch the stove to learn not to.
He's got to learn, you know. I know how Atticus learns. Hey, 2 successes. The only 2 I could get out of 2. 2 out of 2, baby.
Hey man, 100%.
I got 2 out of 6 this time. I did not do
Oh.
well.
I'm gonna say that
you
Gideon's
guys
pretty distracted by
see-
his handiwork.
The
Yeah.
bottom of a meld of flesh. That's all you see.
Woo.
I feel like this is Nunya business.
None of your business.
It really is, gang. It's really not worth it.
Yeah. Oh man, it sucks to be anything but a Ravnos. And to tell us we can't look at something at all. And, like, man, it would be great to be any other clan right now, but this one.
You're like, I have to do it.
Sorry, did you tell me to not?
No? What does no mean? Weird.
I want to know.
Jax
is
will
it?
just look at Gideon for a second and kind of like wide-eyed, and then like probably like look back down at Angel.
Gideon's gonna like shrug and go, you know, hey, it's at Cement's house. They got Cement's things going on.
Mood.
Right? Like, oh, okay, so Cement's gonna Cement's. I mean, they gave me a gift.
Come on, Heavenly. What is
This,
this?
this ain't no shit.
You can go ask Landon if you want to show it off. It's not mine to show off. It's not yours to show off. It's not theirs to look at.
But I can go ask permission?
Sure.
Is it smart to go ask for permission?
No. In fact, one of the dumbest things you could probably do.
This is someone's unveiled art project that hasn't hit the art gallery yet, huh?
It's like somebody's diary we're gonna read.
I want everyone to know that I based Ryan Sire off a very specific artist character in Bioshock.
Oh,
That's all.
It's Cohen.
Interesting.
Xander Cohen.
Everything,
Oh.
everything makes sense.
My love.
As I live in dreams, Andrew Cohen.
Wow.
He's fine. He's fine. I just.
Jack, you say that you looked back down at Angel.
Yeah.
You see her pinky moving.
Mm. I don't think we're going to get anything else out of this one. If
Cool.
the poison isn't going to kill her, maybe we can just meld her eyes and mouth shut and make sure all of her fingers are in order. Her pinky's moving.
Atticus goes over to where she is, because now she's the only other person that knows what's in those tarps. What is it?
She is so fucked up right now, man.
He'll slap her in the face as hard as he can. He'll start trying to build adrenaline. What is it? I can't say that I'm not enjoying this. Bam! What is it?
Potion's not wearing off, man.
Yeah.
The only thing that can move is her pinky finger right now.
Yeah.
Crap. I want to know so bad.
I want to do it so bad.
Atticus,
can't do it
I understand
now.
the pursuit of forbidden knowledge. I'm a man who sells long-forgotten magical trinkets, for God's sake. If there is such a thing. Whichever one. But you can't know everything. We need to drop it for now and come back when we have the right currency. And for now, just enjoy the show.
How much progress have I made in vicissitude? Am I progress to being able to move other people's?
You can't move any other people right now.
Can I make things? Like itty bitty things?
No.
What do you
You can
need,
only
Caldwell?
you can only move things on your own body right now.
Yeah, I just want that. Okay.
I want that pinky finger. Give it to me.
It's not even that complex. It's on the minute scale.
Have Maz, do you mind if I ask Heavenly something?
Go for it.
I don't
Go
know.
for it.
Is she worth more to you to play with alive or dead?
It is your gift, not mine.
All right. I think I'm done with this. He'll take the gun and he's gonna shoot out both of her knees. The gun that Gideon handed him, just poof, poof. And then he is just going to look at her and sort of shrug his shoulders, like bored, and then
Atticus. And Gideon's gonna hold out his hand for the gun.
he'll
You guys
hit
are free
him.
to leave. I would like to stay and enjoy the end of the show. Thank you very much. And he's gonna put it into his pocket. I'm sure you know enough about anatomy for now to know that that situation's not tenable, and I intend to see it to its conclusion.
He hands the gun over and he's gonna start heading back up the stairs.
There you go.
Jax will quote the two that were in Father Judah's church and go, like, looking at Atticus as Atticus leaves, going to follow him up the stairs. You're right. This one's not fun anymore. And we'll walk up.
I think this is the first time that Gideon and Caldwell probably have been in a room alone together.
I think Heavenly's still there, but yes,
Heavenly's still here. Heavenly's not leaving.
I'm not gonna leave
Because
me
you
in
got
here.
really interested in the other things in the room, so now she has to play babysitter for a little bit.
He will recognize that and he'll let her, like, not gonna let him touch.
I'm not leaving.
Alright.
And she puts her hands over her ears, and her ears disappear. So she's not listening, but she has to watch and make sure you guys are.
He just kind of pulls up a seat next to Gideon. Just kind of leans back and just starts breaking raking his pinky again, just watching. And he goes, "We're here for a show." And it might be when she's on the ground, might be done for you, but I don't think so.
Gideon's kind of like mockingly conducting the macabre soundtrack to this scene with his index fingers as he sits down and kind of enjoys the show. It's so hard to find a good live performance anymore. No real emotion in anything.
You both give me what's awareness checks.
So good at those. That's 2 successes. We're riding strong and steady.
4 successes.
Dang.
Neither of you see it when it happened.
What? The what?
But after a moment, her head kind of lolls to the side, and foam starts coming out of her mouth.
Oh no.
She had the capsule. Oh, she had the
Oh,
fake molar.
Oh no. Shit's still
Wow.
intact in there. No, we're good.
Gideon's gonna walk up as the foam and the dying is happening and whisper in her ear, "Where is your faith now?" And then get up and walk away. And just kind of like tidy up his hands. As I said, Caldwell, she's yours to do with what you please with whatever's left. You have more of use for that than I do.
He nods, just kind of stalwart as he typically is. But inside there is just on the inside the Mr. Hyde has definitely come out a little bit.
Heavenly forms her ears back as Caldwell Gideon leaves.
I want to like stop by Heavenly as I'm going, and the gift is appreciated. You can expect that goodwill to be returned in the future.
She just nods.
Relationships are transactions, after all. And he walks up the stairs and away.
What do I owe you?
Nothing. It was a gift. My words are always true.
I know. No, I appreciate it. And if you need something, I'll try.
You can see what's on the tarps. You're one of us.
I want to see what's under the tarp. Yeah.
Grab her. And she moves
Yeah.
toward one of the cages.
I want to keep this one. Like, he said it was ours, so. And it's my
You can
gift.
retrieve her when you're able to.
It's a whole body there, Heavenly. Like, that's everything.
And you can retrieve her once you're able to.
Fang, fine. Turn cage. What's under these tarps?
She goes up to one of the tarps.
Like,
Not-
like you know what you did. Like, you had me bring all the monkeys around and like, oh look, bananas everywhere. No, you can't have the bananas.
Although what we say about speaking respectfully.
Sorry, just I didn't want to see him get in trouble. Like he's done so good.
He
Don't
didn't get in
bait
trouble.
him.
He stopped.
Don't bait him with stuff.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you.
And she will take down one of the tarps.
Uh-huh.
On the back wall of this cage,
Mhm.
melded into the wall,
Oh,
is just body of Second Inquisition of the people you took down on the party.
oh my God. Okay.
There's also a few other bodies that you do not recognize.
Yeah.
We can assume they're also Second Inquisition, and they are kind of melded together.
Okay.
Still bodies intact, but melded together.
Gross. Awesome.
And she opens one of the things, like, put her down. She rolls up her sleeves.
Heavenly, what are we doing?
We're creating a barrier.
All right.
You set Angel's body down next to the second, and Heavenly moves and seems like clay, flattens her body against the wall, and spools it out and melds it with the body next to it and the body above it, making it into the wall along with these other bodies.
Oh my gosh.
And she does one of these, rolls her sleeve back down. I mean, what better way to fight against true faith than a shield of true faith, right?
It's a double negative. Just keep dividing by 0.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. That's sick.
And as you look at her, something opens across her chest, and it's just eyeballs staring out at you, blinking.
Is that like your favorite thing? Like eyeballs? Like more eyeballs? I've seen
Eyes
more
are the windows
eyeballs.
to the soul.
But you know what they say about us? We don't have those. So.
I have plenty of souls. And the
Ooh,
eyes
that is-
close up.
What did I say about like absorbing jokes? We're not there yet.
Oh my god.
And she will motion out. You should join your friends before they get curious.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're very welcome, Caldwell.
And he will run off.
As the gates closed, locked, and the tarp is pulled back down, there is a bang from the other cage, and Heavenly just looks over and sighs and goes, "All right, you can be next." And we go back upstairs as Caldwell leaves and the door shuts behind Caldwell, and there's a thick lock.
Run home, Charlie. You have the golden ticket. Dun, 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 dun.
And you're all back in the foyer.
Gideon's going to be inspecting a vase on like a pedestal. And he'll go, you know, I do believe that's one of mine at one point. Yes, Ming in its origin. Yeah, no, I definitely recognize the patterning on this. You know, your sire has excellent taste.
How old are you? Because every time you talk, you just like, I thought you were like 1900s, and that couldn't have been right. Then I thought you were Prohibition, and that seemed better, but still wrong. Now you're saying you're Ming Dynasty? We've really got to talk
No,
about
no, 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 no. Not only that I've dealt in antiquities, I am not quite an antiquity myself. Give it time.
Oof, okay.
Trust me, all the decades start to blur together after your mortal life.
What time is it?
I would say at this point it is maybe 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Could I conceivably, going at my speeds, walk home?
Yeah, absolutely could.
Yeah. I think Atticus kicks rocks. I think this whole situation is fucked. Like he, you know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like he's in a weird headspace right now. So Atticus climbs up those steps and just kicks rocks. Opens the door. The driver's there. He flips the driver the bird, and he just starts walking back.
With
Fashion just nods. I understand.
What's up?
Jax
Fashion
is
nods
behind
as you flip
Atticus.
them off.
So Gideon's going to give it like a, come on.
Jax, real quick, will open up their trunk and pull out a skateboard and a rope and be like, to Atticus.
From the back of a car?
The back of a car in the desert, dude.
Yeah, Atticus will come back.
Bad
Yeah.
mood gone.
Yeah.
Anything can be cured with a skateboard and some rope.
Atticus is
What's
emotional.
that? Telling me it's 8 a.m.
Atticus' emotional ADHD is like, oh, sweet, a shiny rock. Like, it's just like immediately, let's go. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have to process this right now? I'm in.
That's
Jax
future
drives like a
Atticus's problem.
Slow maniac.
Yeah. Yeah.
Background Power of Love plays in the background.
Oh yeah, windows are down. We're blasting something. Atticus,
Gideon
you can
will
rub the ox.
roll his eyes and open the back seat of the rolls for Caldwell.
Yes, he's not playing that game and just getting in the car. Caldwell is so tired right now.
Caldwell, you're staying at the bar?
Yes,
Tonight?
I'm showing some independence.
Amazing. I know Jax has, it means Jax has something to do. Does anyone else have anything else to do want to do tonight?
I want Gideon's gonna have a conversation with Caldwell back at the bar then.
Atticus?
my ass is gonna tail Jax. I'm gonna be like, ooh, time to be hitting the old dusty trail. I'm real tired. And then immediately start trying to covertly tail Jax because Jax has a whole secret life. Like he's wondering if they have like kids. Is there a dog? Is there a white picket fence somewhere? Like he wants to
Alright.
know everything about what Jax is doing. So Atticus is gonna try to like hum spy music to himself and chase after Jax.
All right. Let's go with Caldwell and Gideon first.
Caldwell
You
might
guys get back to the bar. It's kind of closing for the night. It is 3 a.m.
I must be.
We're gonna sit down in the chair room, the office, if you will.
The chair room. Yep.
Well, he's the chair guy. So, tell me how we've protected your home, because quite frankly, it's a little concerning that, as a bar, obviously security is come see, come saw.
I mean, what are you looking for?
I've noticed that you've made a small army of ghouls.
Yeah.
I think that they must be well equipped, if you catch my drift, given the name we are making for ourselves in town. I don't know how much we can trust the rest of your family, quite frankly, although Heavenly has shown us some goodwill. And Second Inquisition is still active.
There. She did that because I asked her to. I
Oh,
trust
she
them.
did. Well, then it seems that I have more than one debt of gratitude to repay tonight. He's going to reach into his pocket and just put an enormous wad of cash on the desk. I didn't know what kind of entertainment we had planned for tonight. However, use this. Get
Grandpa,
ourselves some-
no one uses cash anymore. Like,
And before I hear some smart-ass remark about plastic or some sort of application on a smartphone, get
Yeah.
some fun toys for your boys in a way that will not be traced back to you.
go buy your friends something nice to play with. Grandpa, people don't say that.
Oh my god.
And I
Uh,
trust that our little conversation with Angel there, that'll stay between us.
what conversation?
Excellent. I think you'll find me a little bit more. Well, I think I'll let you find out than you expect. And he'll get up and go to leave with Gabriella back to his place.
Yeah. Gabrielle
I
is
wonder how fucking conversation that was.
Gabrielle is sitting on the bar, yawning. She's tired. It's been a long night. She did a good job. She made like a lot of money in tips.
Time to go home, baby. It's been a long
Please. God, yes, it has been. And she'll grab onto your arm and she kind of leans against your shoulder.
And Gideon's gonna hum "I've Got a Golden Ticket" because not because he understands the movie, but because he heard Atticus humming it earlier and enjoyed the tune.
Are you humming Willy Wonka?
Who is this Willy Wonka? This is just some tune I picked up off of Atticus.
We have another movie to watch, and it's better than Star Wars, in my opinion. But don't tell Atticus I said that.
Empire Strikes Back?
We haven't gotten to Empire yet. It's gonna take a couple more months to get to Empire.
It's gonna take a few more bribing sessions to get to an Emperor Strikes Back.
I do want to see the night that Gideon, Caldwell, and Atticus get like hammered drunk and watch Interview with a Vampire. Like, just like.
That's planet. That's not how we behave.
No, but it has to be the TV show where they're actively gay.
Oh, that's a good show.
It's a good show.
Gideon watches Star Trek Next Generation thinking it's Star Wars.
Beautiful.
That's
Lord
good.
Giffen, Darth Vader.
That's good.
The Wookiees show up, and then the Federation is there, and then the whole thing, there's Borgs
And there's a
Empire.
phone booth involved, and it's blue, and it's much bigger on the inside than the outside.
Stop. We're done.
Sorry,
We're
sorry.
done.
I'm sorry, this is our favorite toy to play with right now.
Jax.
Hello.
Hello. You drop off Atticus and you head toward the church, correct?
At least I think I drop off Atticus. Atticus, where do I drop you off?
Drop me out by the front door.
Realistically, I feel like Atticus would just be like, yeah, like leave me at like the corner store or something,
Yeah.
That is
right?
a very
Somewhere,
Atticus move. Yes.
Yeah,
somewhere you can spray paint.
I would do that. What kind of car are you driving?
A Subaru.
Subaru.
A Subaru.
two
Great.
bag car.
Great thing about the Subaru is most of them come fully equipped with a rack up top, right?
A
You do?
Subaru WRX having a rack on the top.
That
I'm
would be.
gonna say no.
But the spoiler.
But the
The
spoiler.
spoiler, yes.
All right, I'm gonna hop up on the spoiler.
But I can see you out of my back window.
You cannot actually, not with unseen presence.
Oh, he is
Oh,
invisible.
but he does have a point.
As long as Atticus is not moving, as long as he is still and the car is in motion, you cannot see him.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna need you to give me a dexterity.
Absolutely, I will. It's gonna be great.
Give me a. I'm gonna do dexterity streetwise to see if you can avoid moving with bumps and moving around the city.
Now he's got this.
I'm pretty streetwise. All right, so
You
that's
are. You are.
Ascribe
are-
take inspiration. This is great.
describe take inspiration. 1, 2, 3 streetwise. 1, 2, 3 decks.
Oh, big money, no whammies.
That is 3 successes and a crit.
Okay.
So I don't know if those
for
count for more.
They have 5 successes. Yeah. So yeah, you do not know Atticus is there. He is invisible.
I should have gotten more than that with 8, but here we go. Yeah.
All right, yeah. All right. I mean, we're just going to the church.
Yeah. You head to Faith's Church, and it is. Have any of you guys seen a picture of the Satanic Church?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's all black outside.
Yeah.
Same concept. It is the same. It is a very good-looking church, stone walls, but it is black with red windows, and there's a soft glow coming from inside.
Jax's vibe, Faith's faith. Great.
Oh my god.
Oof.
Yikes.
Is this place new, or this is the place we were at before?
It's brand new.
It's brand new.
Brand new.
Huh. Yeah, I think this would give Atticus a little bit of pause, from the back of the car and stuff like that. Does the place look secure? Like, does it look like security? Does it look like I could climb the walls pretty easily?
Probably, yeah. You don't see any obvious security now.
Yeah. I'll, as soon as Jax heads in, like, I wanna scope out the joint.
Jax, you enter like you normally have. The normal church, it is a lot comfier than a church.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of pillows, lots of places to sit. There is a main altar area, and Faith is kneeling in front of the altar, and she is currently praying. You normally find her like this. If she's not here, she's upstairs, or she's tending to her child's. But at the moment, she is just softly praying to herself. She obviously hears you come in. But she says a few more words, and then she stops, and she puts her prayer beads that are wrapped in her hand. She puts them inside a pocket of her dress. And she turns, she smiles at you.
I'm so sorry. I would have let you finish like usual. I could like take out the trash or something. What do you need done?
I was done, but thank you very much. Atticus, you scale the wall pretty easily.
Okay.
These windows are hard to look through, my dude. Super hard to look through.
Are they stained glass?
They are a type of stained glass, yes.
Okay.
It's like Faith expected vampires to try to sneak around her place and didn't want people just looking in.
Okay. Yeah.
That's very forced out of her.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Then I will. I got the place looked. Is there like a back door? Is there like a kitchen entrance?
In the back door, 100%.
I don't know if I would push this.
do it.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd
Yeah.
go. He'd go check it out.
Okay. Are you trying to break in?
Is it locked? Yeah, now I am.
Uh, intelligence larceny.
Oh no.
Oh no, my bad.
That's not good.
Do you not have any dice in one of those? Or
No, but
something?
So
Um,
pretty.
he's got larceny. He's just got larceny.
Yeah, I got
Oh.
larceny.
So pretty, guys.
Okay.
That's you great. Shut up. That's my brother.
How many dice you rolling, buddy?
4.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad.
I
That's 3
got
more than me.
yeah, I got 3 5s and a 10.
1 to 5. 1 to 5 is a fail. 6 to 10 is a success, but 10 is a crit success.
So I failed upward.
I'm gonna say you try to jimmy the lock. You try to do it, and the doorknob turns and opens, and there is a girl staring at you. Yeah, tilts her head. She's like, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, I didn't know if the place was open. I like
With the back door, with the pick lock picks. You didn't know if we were open?
No, I was
Did you
just
try the front door?
I didn't actually. It was just the church looked really cool, and this is usually. Am I in my suit or am I street clothes? I'm still in my suit.
You're still in your suit.
Uh,
You did not change.
no, I did not. I was like, and normally, but I would know this. The churches keep the pantry sometimes unlocked, and there's a little like shelf that you can grab food from.
Her eyes wide over for a second, and then will come back. And she's
Hi.
like, "Why do you need to eat? You're not human."
That is a cool trick.
Thanks.
How old is this kid?
She looks to be about 24.
Okay, it's not a kid. Okay, great.
No.
Probably older than, or almost the same age as Atticus. He goes, okay, can I be front street with you right now?
Yeah,
Like super
You-
front street with you right
you're
now?
in the back. You're in the back streets, but go ahead.
Okay, Jax is a good friend of mine, and I know they've been coming here and hanging out with somebody, and I think it's getting like closer than that before. So as a friend, I just wanted to check in because I feel irresponsible that I don't know anything about what's going on with my bro's life, and I feel like, did I fuck up somewhere? Are they keeping things aside? Like, but they look very happy, so I was just checking in on the situation to make sure, like, y'all, we're in a cult, and I was like, we're gonna cult stuff, like, you know. But if you were, that's great. That's awesome. I just wanted to check on Jax.
Did you try Axie Jax?
No, because I
You-
didn't know
do
if
you think
mind control
you-
stuff was in play, and I don't know.
Mind
what's going on.
control.
Yeah, I mean, but
Oh, you mean like sit, and I need you to make a resolve check roll. I need you to make a willpower roll.
oh
No way.
shit. What is that? Willpower?
Willpower.
This is my favorite thing.
Oh, I only have. Oh, he does not have a lot of that.
You do not.
An 8, a 9, and a 3.
3. You sit immediately.
Doom.
You don't even realize you're doing it. Like that.
Yeah. And I just, yeah, I think I should have just talked to Jax. The more I talk to you
Yeah.
about it, the more I feel like, are you taller? But I just feel like,
It was the automatic head cock to the side for me.
this is, did I sit down?
You did, because I told you to.
Do you have mind control powers?
A little bit.
That's cool. I'm
Thanks.
really strong and make dumb decisions.
Yeah, like coming through a back door of a mind control place.
Are you guys mind controlling Jax? You have to tell
We're
me if you're
not.
mind. Okay.
We're not. We could. We're not.
Please don't.
I'm not gonna.
He's.
Mom says I can't, so
Is that your mom?
yeah.
Jax is like your stepdad?
No,
Oh. I didn't know if they were like dating or not.
they're not.
Oh.
They're just friends.
That's really nice though. They looked happy together.
Yeah. Do you want to come inside?
Oh yeah. That'd be great.
Okay, cool. Come inside, and she'll let you in and closes and locks the door behind you.
Yeah.
Not in a threatening way. Just it was locked before, so she locked it again.
Yeah. Atticus
I'm
is
Ruby.
totally into this person now. Yes. Hi, Ruby. Atticus. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
We're gonna switch back to Jax up front.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want to bother Jax if they're like hanging out with their friend.
We're switching the scene to Jax
Oh, yeah,
up
go, go.
front. um, and Faith looks at you and smiles and goes, everything's finished, but I've been asked to do some things. It's a little scary.
For who?
You know her. Mary.
Ah. Yeah, I actually quite liked Mary.
She quite liked you too. She mentioned you a few times in her letters to me.
Interesting. What's she up to these days?
Bringing upon the era of vampires
Still,
to
huh?
enslave mankind.
Right. Wow. Seems to be a lot of that going on from different circles. Do I believe she's the best at it? Yes. Do I want to put other people down? I would for a price. Has she been here to the new place?
She's here now.
Fuck.
In the building.
Yes.
No.
Does she know I'm here?
No, she's sleeping. She was attacked recently, so she's rather injured. So she is sleeping off those injuries currently.
All right. Well, if you don't mind, I think I'll wait for her to wake up. Can I stay here for once? I know I usually don't stay the night, but if it's
There's
not too much of an inconvenience.
There's a room always open for you.
I know, but I wanted you to be able to, the new home feel and everything,
You are part of my home, Jax.
Yeah, but I bring messes.
You bring
This
bring
place has
light.
no room for messes.
You bring light. You do not bring a mess.
You're too nice to me. But I appreciate it. Are you sure there's nothing I can do before I go to bed?
No. The girls are doing some regular house chores. And she stops and she squints and she looks up, and on one of the balconies is Mary. She is currently wearing a white dress that is covered in blood, presumably her own. And she is a vision in front of one of the red panels, the moon hitting right behind her. She looks like terror and beauty incarnate into one person. And she smiles at you.
Jax will reach to their left-hand side and pull out of the sheath on their left hip the red, like the ruby knife that she gave them a while ago and kind of like tap it to their forehead in a salute. And then put it back.
I knew you would come soon.
You're usually pretty good at that kind of stuff. You usually know where people are going to be before they end up being there. Huh.
Yeah, I'm a witch. That's kind of our thing.
Well, you're welcome to come down. I'm not really doing much. I was going to go to bed. I thought you were resting. Are you okay? And
No.
Jax kind of let
And
the
she
nervous
will.
talking take over
Yeah,
for the first
she
time in a
will
while.
walk down the stairs and she joins you and Faith in the main building. And she's like, I actually have something to ask of you.
I mean, I feel like I never fulfilled my end of the bargain from what you asked of me before, so anything.
You did more than you think you did. I need someone to travel with me to help protect me. Someone who can be awake in the daylight.
Funny you should ask that of me, a daywalker, Mary. It's almost like you knew. And
Although
Jax will wink.
I, I've always had a respect for the Thin Bloods, and this society does not. And I would like to build a society in which you are not shunned but praised as a being that can see the sun, who has the same powers that we can do and yet more.
I'm getting there. I have a car now, so
I saw.
moving up in the world.
I would like you to travel with me.
Uh, Jax will pull out a notepad from the breast pocket in their vest and kind of look down a very short checklist. And you see the bar is crossed off at the bottom, and everybody's names in the party are also crossed off. Atticus has a place to be now. Caldwell is, figuring out what the heck to do with that crazy power. Gideon is nice now, question mark. And then Faith, house is built. And you see Jax's name isn't crossed off. Jax has their own name written in the notepad. And Jax looks up and closes the notepad and puts it back in their pocket and goes, turns out my schedule's free.
Very good. I will rest here for one more night after this one, just to regain my strength. I should give you enough time to pack whatever you need, whatever is sentimental to you, and tell your friends. You can tell them whatever you like. I am not one to keep secrets.
Uh, where are where's Atticus? Do I know he's here yet?
You do not know he's here. Atticus is in a back room, not anywhere near this conversation
With Ruby.
currently.
Oh gosh. I'll send the message to the group chat first thing in the morning. I'm sure they'll understand.
And she moves and she winces a bit. And she laughs and goes, "Holy bullets have much more punch than they did last time I faced them. I'm old, getting older. I'm going to rest now. I look forward to traveling with you."
Jax will hold out their arms, kind of like, I can carry you up the steps if you need. Like that, like looking at the steps.
She laughs. She shakes her head. She says, "No, I believe I can walk." But
Fair enough.
it's good to know you're willing to do that.
I know I'm not as covered as you would probably like. Jax will shamefully close their vest a little bit.
And she'll laugh and she heads back up the stairs to go rest. And Faith kind of leans a hand up and squeezes your shoulder and goes, "Oh, I'll miss you, if that means anything."
You know I'm only one call away, right?
"Oh, of course. I'll keep an eye on your friends. Make sure they don't do anything too stupid."
Thank you. Mary never goes far. She knows where her loyalties are.
She does, but she also goes a lot farther than you think she will.
Well, I'll write you postcards.
I would love that. Switching the scene back to Atticus and Ruby in the kitchen.
Yo, let me get your Insta, though.
Oh my
Like,
god!
I had to delete my social media.
Okay.
I have a phone number though. You get my phone number.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
she'll give you her phone number.
Cool.
But you should probably get out of here because there's
Yeah.
like some super powerful people in this building that
Oh, for real?
probably won't like you.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, it was really cool meeting you, and
Yeah,
I'm sorry
you
about your
too.
door. Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, cool.
It's new.
He will like awkwardly like wave goodbye and then run into the table and be like, "Who put that there?" And then duck his head down and like head out the door. But I think for the cinematic reason, as he's walking away from the church, knowing that Jax is in there, but Jax doesn't know, I think he would send a text to Jax, and it would just be like, "Hey, bro, I'm really glad you're happy."
Jack sends back the hotel with a heart above it, thinking it's the church, and then immediately rectifies it by sending the actual church emoji.
The night goes on. Jax, you stay at the church that night. What is the last text message Jack sends to the group?
Hmm.
In emoji.
No, I think oh man, what would Jack say? Probably something along the lines of like I never take the time to type out actual words, but I know I was a little bit petty at times, but I'm only petty to people who I think can handle it. And unfortunately, you all were nice to me regardless. And uh Jax will put Caldwell and Gideon's names with like winky faces, like winking at them. Not Atticus. Atticus is we're cool. Um and Jax will say, if you need me, call on Mary. Just figuring that Ethan will know what that means when yeah,
Mm.
that's it.
You all wake up into your next night with that text message on your phone, and Jax is gone. You're muted, Ryan.
Sorry. I immediately call Atticus.
Atticus will respond to the text message. Wide eye face, crying face, black heart, thumbs up, running man.
Oh my gosh.
He will just call Atticus and be like, "Did we just get broken up with?
By who?
Did Jax just break up with us?
That's not a breakup text. Oh my god, it's a breakup text.
Oh my god, it's a breakup text."
Hang on. I'm gonna call Gideon.
Three-way
Stay on the line. We're gonna
call.
three-way call. Gideon,
Gideon
Do
doesn't
we have to
even
call
know
an
what that is.
operator? Don't we have to like an operator?
Atticus,
did you check your text messages?
I'm sorry, I'm not glued to my phone like you.
We got a four-way cast Gabriella. We went to the wrong person.
Gabriella in the background's asking to be put on. Like, hold on. And Gideon will actually surprisingly quick for
We all hear
everyone's assumption.
boop beep boop boop as Gideon's like, hang on, boop boop.
Hit the speaker. There you go. All right. What? What's happening?
Gabriella, we just got broken up with.
By who?
Jax.
Oh, you
I'm
guys.
sorry.
With the
Jax was way
girlfriend
too-
he hid from
Jax-
us.
Guys, Jax was way too cool for all of you. We all have to respect that.
That's
He
fair.
broke up with us with the girlfriend he was hiding.
Sorry, I didn't know you were involved romantically with Jax.
It's a
Just
joke,
saying.
darling.
He's learning.
He's learning.
And with this three-way call, we are going to end tonight's game. We ran a little late, but I wanted to give Jax the proper send-off that Jax deserves as they go and help Mary start the Sabbath in the United States.
I love Mary. I've always loved Mary. I need everybody to know that.
Correct. And she deserves all the love, correct.
Yes.
Join us next week. We play next week. We play next week. Join us next week and we deal with the repercussions of our actions and do some
Fine.
fun stuff. I got a fun episode planned that has no trauma ever. Will
Aw.
Virgil be there? Maybe. We'll see.
I'm really proud of us to start with chest rubbing and end with a three-way. Bye, everybody.
Wow.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh.
And hello.
And